Hey guys, how's it going? This is Arrow here, back for some more battles, 5th gen OU battles this time. I got one with my good friend Luigi from a chat. I'll link it in the description, I guess. So here we go. It's a pretty smooth match on my part. So I'll go with Mian Xiao, my lead Mian Xiao, as he opens up with a pretty much standard set wins he's got. So it's got the usual prankster set. So I know for a fact that he's gonna be doing some nasty tricks. I'm gonna go for a fake out, get some much damage as I can in. The leftovers really kind of negates that, but it doesn't matter too much at this point. He's just going to go for that prankster substitute because he has that +1 priority. I'm going to go for the U-turn knowing it would do some nice super effective damage, and not only that, but I'm going to switch into something that can better take it. And also the fact that my Mian Xiao has regenerators, so it can take it back all that life over recoil it just got. So yeah, there's some combo interactions going on there. I'm going to go into my Reanquist, my Perfect Gene, and he actually goes for a Leech Seed, oddly enough. Probably not knowing that Reanquist was packing Magic Guard, because it does pack a couple other abilities. But it doesn't matter too much, because I'm just going to go for basically a free Future Sight. As he goes for an Encore, encoring that Future Sight, probably then going to anticipate a switch at some point. Doesn't matter, I kind of didn't really anticipate the switch. I was thinking that he would just kind of take the damage and roll with it. But actually, at this point, he goes and withdraws into something that can take it, which is like his Tyranitar. As I just kind of stay in and go with my Encore Future Set, I think. No, actually, I go back into my my Simisage, predicting him to, because of that Encore, he really wouldn't do too much, so I kind of had to switch out at that point. But at this point, I'm at a pretty safe position. What I'm going to try to do is substitute, because I know the Stone Age is coming. And hopefully, you know, that 80% accuracy will work out in my favor to the point where I can get up a free substitute and basically stall him out by using a Leaf Storm, and then having this free sub up that I can use into other switches that would usually be a disadvantage to me. But unfortunately, it looks like he keeps hitting his Stone Edges at this point. I'm brought down 93 HP, which activates my Overgrow. So at this point, I'm just going to use the Leaf Storm and take it out with a simple one-hit KO. Despite the fact that it has a special defense drop, it really doesn't matter because of the stab and the power of it, and it's just intense. So he's blown away by my epicness. That's down. I'm at a pretty much low HP standard, but I'm still not within South Berry range, and my special attack is down. So at this point is a good point to switch. So I'm going to go back into Reanquist to take whatever he's going to give me, because I can pretty much wall him because of that max HP again. Go for the Stealth Rock. Not too much of a threat to any member of my team. Go for the Future Side, just predict the switch, get up as much damage as I can, because it's really the only special attacking move I have on this set. Again, he goes for Leech Seed. I was a little perplexed, but at this point I kind of reassured myself that maybe he was predicting a switch, which I don't blame him. I go for the Reflect at this point, because I want to set my dual screens and do play a little more on the defensive side. He goes for a Swords Dance because he's pretty confident that he can take out my Reanquist, so we'll see about that. I go through Recover, actually predicting him to just go right away for something like an Exorcism or an Earthquake, but instead he Swords Dance because he feels like that's necessary. And this time he goes for the Exorcism, and actually does a pretty good chunk. I actually end up living it just because of that screens and the HP investment, which is quite a rewarding set. As I just go for a second Future Side, I believe, because he took damage from the first one. And hopefully the ideal situation is here that they go into something that can basically use as fodder. So I'm going into my Muck. As he goes for an Earthquake, just to probably do more damage because it does have that stab efficiency. And maybe predicting a switch, not sure. I'm trying to probably give him more benefit of the doubt than I really should give him. But the point is that it does KO my Muck. But the more important thing is that it gives him life over recoil, to which I can go back and switch into something that can take it. In this case, I'm just going to go with some priority to deny him the chance to get up to sleep. And of course, this is incredibly important so that I can use that Future Sight damage and take him out. So that's pretty much a successfully prevented sweep right there. And another reason why you shouldn't be using Sandstone teams. But I digress. He's going to go down. Looks like it's maybe like 5-3 or 4-3, something like that. He's going to go into my Moon Scott knowing that I probably don't have too much to do it. Don't know why I didn't go for a U-turn. That was probably a better job than I should have done. But he's just going to go for the substitute, predicting a switch of some kind, obviously. As some standard store damage accumulates, but the leftovers is canceling out. So again, we're kind of at a more stalling situation point in battle, to the point where I don't really have anything that is a wall breaker. But he's gonna go for the taunt because he doesn't want me to set strings or recover, which leaves me the option, obviously, just to future sight, which is, you know, the only thing I would do at this point in the game. As we continue pretty much all out. So, yeah. What's gonna happen here? I gotta put some more lefties up. I probably should have took the option to recover before he counted me, but no big deal really. I'm just gonna stay in because I don't want anything to be switched in and then you know, get killed off by Luigi or get stalled out by his taunts and protection and stuff like that. So I decided to make that conscious decision just to stay in because he isn't doing anything to me, and yet I have a lot to do to him with all the damage I'm doing. He decides to forego that substitute and switch into his Chandelier, which I was pretty much worried that it would Scarf, but I didn't know he was going to make that kind of a switch. So I just went into my semi-sage just to see what he would go into, or whether or not he actually would stay in. But at this point, the Stealth Rock damage is going to go in my favor. I had the Salisbury raised. I wasn't so sure if this was a Scarf variant, so I didn't really take any, oh yeah, the future sight damage this time on the Chandelier, which probably took to my favor, because I'm going to go for Leaf Storm, which will now do a significant enough chunk of damage that we'll be able to take out the Chandelier, which I'm guessing was a Crown Migrate because the Salisbury max speed semi-sage I don't think can outspeed a Scarf Chandelier. So yeah, that's a nice KO in my favor. We'll go for the Focus Blast. Mr. Focus Blast, not really a big deal at all, because I have other things that can, you know, take it out, stuff like that. He decides, oh yeah, he decided to toxic me. Don't know why he didn't go for power, maybe worried about the accuracy, but hey, either way, takes me out either way. I'm just gonna go for future sight again, doesn't matter what I hit, it's gonna hit hard. But he decides just to basically get rid of my giant problem over the Reinforce and just go for the explosion, which I guess was a good decision, but at the same time, I didn't really have anything that would put a dent in Pharaoh for one, so maybe that's a misplan on his part, not really too big of a deal. I'm just going to go back into my end shell. As you can see, it gets that full recovery VHP to Regenerator, so that's a nice touch. Go for the fake out, and you know, play the same old game, get those that HP down. The leftovers, you know, recover, sandstorm, it's the same old thing. But at this point, I probably make the best decision was that oh no, this is the decision he makes. He goes for the substitute because he thinks it's going to be the same old thing. However, this is the point where I decided to use my taunt because I knew that he wouldn't think that taunt was packed on the end shot, because despite the fact that it is a lead, he was more concerned about taunting other things such as my interest. So this is the conscious decision I make to taunt it. He's going to take future sight damage. Now he's pretty much dead and gone because all his moves are non-attacking priority moves, and that means I can safely go for a U-turn, again get all my HP back, work that magic, and then go back into something that can probably break his final post, which my mixed attacker will go to, which is, I believe, my Neo King. This battle was from behind that, so bear with me here. Yep, my Neo King, Biggie Blue. Get some knock damage, no big deal. I can take Sandstorm, so that's fine. I'm pretty much at the advantage at this point. Wasn't sure what kind of Cryogano it was, so I just went for a Sludge Wave just to check what it was. Seems to be a more bulky variant due to the fact that it took a Scab Sheer Force Sludge Wave with the Life Orb. But I know that definitely confirms that it's a bulky variant due to the fact that the Ice Speed didn't take me out. So probably Dual Spring, something like that. I'm not too worried at this point. I'm just going to basically go for a last Sludge Wave. That kind of fires out my Neo King in the long run, leaving me, I think, it was a 4-0 battle. But it doesn't matter because the Sandstorm is going to do its damage first, hit its toll, and that is going to basically clinch me the game. So, good game, Luigi. That was really fun. Guys, check out the chat. I think it's called Poker Subway or something like that. I forget. Anyway, I also have a new recording setup, so I'm going to show you how I do that, and hopefully you guys will learn from it. So, keep posted and check it out. Peace.